Hey everyone, it's Tay. It's that time again where we take a look back at the achievements that I've been hunting. So if you've seen my shorts and you want some context to what's going on, this is the place to find it. So join me as we take a look back at what I've been up to. First up, something nice and quick and simple for me. Super Mario Bros. All-Stars, Super Mario Bros. 1, so many titles on this. The remake of Super Mario Bros. 1 on the SNES. Simple achievement, get to a bonus room. I was just playing through this for a bit of fun. I wasn't really going after grinding or anything. This is why it took me to World 3 to get a bonus room. Mostly because I didn't know this was an achievement and I was just pretty much just mucking around and playing the game. Once again, I am finding this a lot of fun. And achievement-wise, compared to Super Mario Bros. On the NES, a little bit simpler, not overly complicated like the Super Mario Bros. 1 version of the achievements on Retro. I probably will do a video talking about that because I do want to talk about the Retro achievements and their skill curve, the difficulty curve on them's a little all over the place, especially for stuff like Mario Brothers, which actually isn't too bad, but things like Resident Evil 2 can be quite awkward as well. So yeah, achievement for getting the bonus room on Super Mario Brothers Remake on the SNES. Back to Final Fight 2 now, and this has taken me a couple of times to record because so far I've called it Streets of Rage 2 and Fatal Fury 2. Completely different games, one's a completely different genre. These titles sometimes get a little confusing, but yes, going worldwide with Final Fight 2, and I still love these type of games. I miss the brawlers. Been playing some more that you probably haven't seen yet, will be coming up in future achievement hunts. I don't know whether they'll be full grinds, but yes, playing like Final Verdict, Final Vendetta and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm having a blast, absolutely loving them, and I love these games. I keep getting vastly reminded that one of my favourites that is not available unless you own a Capcom arcade stick that released a while back, which is Alien vs Predator, which was so awesome and I would kill to have again. So kind of a shame on that, I missed that, but again, Final Fight 2 is just absolutely cracking, and it's one, like I said before, it's one of those I missed out on because I had a Mcrae, so it was Streets of Rage for me, but getting to play the Final Fights again and see Hagar do all the fun stuff, I love these games. They're just so great. These just are so much fun to play and just can be the right amount of over the top, and you just never know where they're going to go. And the fact that this is kind of interlinked with Street Fighter is great, because this level, there's certain parts of this level, tell me this doesn't remind you of Street Fighter 2's Guile stage, because it really does with the cardboard box as a jet plane. I know it's an airport, it's not quite a military base, but still. And oh, speaking of which, Zangief who? Yeah, I love the fact that someone clearly knew what they were doing when they were making the retro achievements for this, so God clubbing, good grief. I've got a friend that goes on about the names of achievements and hates it when they're boring. I've got to get him to do some retro stuff, because you know what, the guys come up with some of the most creative names for them going, and I appreciate that. I think we all do, really. When we've got so much to do, so much to get through, it's kind of nice to have the fun achievement names. There's some questionable ones. I am looking at Resident Evil 2, and I will be talking about that in that recap video, but for now, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I absolutely adore the Final Fight series, and being able to go through it now, it's so good, and it's such a shame that the only ones that have been, or the only one that gets released is the first one. Hence why I haven't decided to play that one for this yet, because it's still available all over the place, but getting to play 2 and 3 has been so much fun. So yeah, expect more beat 'em up action, because I love this genre as a whole, and it's so much fun. Now definitely a bit of a throwback. This is Chase HQ2 Super Chase, I think it's on the Mega Drive. I absolutely adored Chase HQ in the arcade. It was one of those games that I absolutely love, and it was always the one with the steering wheel and the gear shift on the, I think it was on the right hand side, where you could do high and low gear just to like Outrun. And it's just one of those games that I absolutely loved, because basically it was kind of like Outrun, but you got to this point where you found a target car and you basically just had to ram them off the road, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's still kind of hard, you know, doing this sort of 2D playing like this and not quite knowing how the car handles and stuff. Yeah, it was quite awkward and it took quite a few goes to get done, but you know what, it's still incredibly fun. Even now, I genuinely enjoyed this, and yeah, I'm going to play some more of this at some point. I love the fact it lets you pick different types of cars as well. and you get a nice little arrest scene at the end. So yeah, no, I was definitely chuffed to come back and play this and sort of pick up the medium car, I guess, you know, the 4x4 and chase some people down. I thoroughly love this. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more of the Mega Drive, SNES, NES stuff as well. I know I've got my eye a little bit on the 360 and slightly current games at the moment, but if you want me to go back and talk about more of the older generations, I'm more than happy to, because I do find a lot of fun in them. Sometimes the achievements, again, retro achievements can be all over the place, can be a little bit difficult, especially when it comes to like Streets of Rage and things like that, but I absolutely have a blast going back to these games and playing them again, because they're so much fun, and they do remind me of my time in the arcade, so I absolutely have no problem going back and play them whatsoever. So let me know if there's ones you want me to take a look at. But yeah, I love this one. I will play more. It's so much fun. Back to everyone's favourite blue Australian blue healer. Wait, did I say blue twice? Who knows? It's back to Bluey. Yeah, I'm going to continue singing this praise for this game. Not only is it a fantastic kids game, I think it's a fantastic cozy game to play. Now, I've used this a lot when I talk about these types of games. I do call them cozy games. They are the comfort games that you play in between your big grinds if you're grinding, or your big games that you're playing. So, you know, when you're playing, for example, you know, you're playing something like a Souls-like, you know how stressful that can be. Well, you will, I won't. I don't care for them and I don't play them. But, you know, or a massive RPG, anything that's, you know, quite heavily investment for you. Right now for me, it's Still Wakes the Sea, I think, or whatever it's called, the horror game by the Chinese room on the oil rig. That's quite an intense game, so I have to take a break. So having a comfort game or a cozy game to come to and play afterwards is really useful. And this is where I think stuff like Bluey comes in. Not only is it great if you have kids and you can play with your kids, or you've got slightly older kids, you can leave them to play this and you don't have to worry about the content, but if you want a relaxing, fun game to play, you can play this as well. And that's why I like to do that. That's why I find no shame in playing these. I enjoy going back and playing the older edutainment titles like the Thomas game, purely because it's interesting to see how we've progressed from one to the other. You know, how we've gone from like that Thomas game that I covered to Bluey, which is a much more involved game. And I'm not talking about graphically, but how we cater games to the younger people. And I think that's important to see how design has played an important part in growing and changing and seeing how it's happened. But that's, again, that's my opinion, that's my take on it all. You may feel completely different, go, oh, I'm not playing a kids game, it's boring. But no, I genuinely enjoy this. So yeah, absolutely adoring this. What I don't adore is the issues I keep running into YouTube. So fun fact, if you are covering this game on YouTube, you get copyright problems due to the music involved in this. So yeah, that's a headache all of its own, but that's YouTube for you. And surprisingly, Bluey is the only game so far to give me that issue. Now, to be fair, when I've been doing other stuff, I like doing Need for Speed. I've made sure that the EA tracks or the in-game music is just the straight music, normal music, not any of the licensed musical songs and stuff. So yeah, that's a way of trying to keep out of the copyright hairs, but it's not always something that happens. And honestly, I probably should have seen Bluey being a bit of an issue, but I didn't. But yeah, a lot of fun. Highly recommend you play it, especially if you have Game Pass. No excuse not to play it. It's a quick way to get 1,000 points if you want, and all in all, wholesome and fun. More beat 'em up action now as we go back to the Master System's version of Streets of Rage. I love the fact that we're able to port this to the Master System, and Master System being one of my, I literally cannot remember if it was my first or second console. I know I had an NES and a Master System back in the day, and I used to play the Master System more than I did the NES. Mostly because I used to play Rampart a lot on the Master System, and for some reason no one's put that on Retro Achievements. Maybe I should see if I can learn how to do Retro Achievements myself and do it for Rampart, just because I played stupid amounts of hours of that game. But back to this one. Yeah, I genuinely, I've said it before and I'll say it again, this is a genre of game that I absolutely love. I love the brawlers, mostly because it kind of scratched that itch for not being able to play the fighting games that were very hard back in the day. You know, Street Fighter 2 was a really hard game. It still actually is if you don't know what you're doing, and I barely know what I'm doing at best, and I'm writing a timeline of fighting games. Trust me, it's going back to the older ones, it's hard, but it's also fun. So for me back then, not not knowing I had ADHD and stuff, and not being able to memorize button combos, playing something like this was as close as I could get to playing something like Street Fighter. It's not a one-to-one, obviously, but it was still delivered the same kind of feeling, I guess, and a lot of fun. Until you get to bosses, I have found that beat 'em up bosses can be really grueling and unfair. And is it because they come from the arcade, you know, that was just designed to take all your money as much as possible? Possibly, but I don't know. Yeah, I genuinely love this. And seeing the fact it got ported to the Master System is great. I think it's the only one. I don't know if the others got ported, because obviously you've got Streets of Rage 1 to 3 on the Mega Drive and 4, last year? And if you haven't played 4, you really should. It's absolutely brilliant. That and Shredder's Revenge are so fantastically well done. And a lot of the independent ones that you can get a hold of, if you are into the beat-em-up brawlers. Yeah, there's a couple independent ones out there that I really like. There's one that's only got a demo out, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's if you're into anthropomorphic animals or furries, you are going to have a fun time playing that. It's got a really great beat 'em up, and I can't remember what it's called, and it's going to bug me. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look. It's called Maiden Cops, and it was a lot of fun, and it had a great thing of wall bounce. Trust me, wall bounce gets really fun, because then you start to learn to juggle. So yeah, that's one to look out for. Streets of Rage is a classic. It's up to you whether you think Streets of Rage is better than Final Fight, not Fatal Fury. Oh god, these names, sometimes I get so confused. But yeah, it's up to you which one you prefer. I like them both. I think I'm leaning more towards Final Fight, though. I think I like Final Fight a bit more than Streets of Rage, although Streets of Rage 4 is truly excellent. I was still looking for something to scratch that itch that Colin Mcrae gave me, so I decided to give World Rally Championship 8 a try. I was able to pick it up cheap, or it was either in my Games for Gold, so it's like, you know what, I've got it, let's play it, let's see how I do. And as you can tell by this video, I do very, very poorly. Yeah, we have moved on from Colin Mcrae too. We have to put some work in. You have to be a little bit more delicate, shall I say, when it comes to driving, and the one thing I definitely am not is a delicate flower. Oh, I'm watching this back and it hurts. It just hurts, the abuse I'm putting onto this car. It's just, oh yeah, I may need to do some more practicing to get my skill level up a little bit better, because this is definitely a skill issue. And wait for it, I wrote the car off. Ouch. Oh well, at least it was the tutorial. Vemba. Back to Vemba. I am actually running out of things to say about this game, because 1, I absolutely love it. 2, I've written the script for this game now, and I run the risk of repeating myself in the video and in this video, so there's not a lot to say. I do recommend you play it. Sorry about my chair. I have arms that do lock in place, but don't stay locked in place easily, so if you hear clicks, that's my chair. But Vemba, yeah, a thoroughly enjoyable game that I do highly recommend. I have some issues with it, but nothing in a... They're nitpicks more than negative thoughts. A lot of my nitpicks are I want more time with the characters, this being sort of a slice of life game that takes literally a slice of life from a time period in this family's history, and things that happen are not necessarily all for the best. I kind of want more on that, because I thoroughly enjoy these characters. I love Vemba, I love her son, and I love what the food represents to them all. I just would like to spend more time with them to understand them better, especially Vemba, and to understand more of the struggles that they're going through. It's I don't want to say dumbed down, but it's simplified. I think the best way of putting it is it's a simplified version of what they go through and the struggles that they're going through to fit in, like I was talking before about emigrating from India to Canada. I love these people, I want to know more, and I want to know what happens, and the thinking behind why they left, and things like that, because it's sort of hinted at and clues. Like I said, I think I say in my video that this feels like a proof of concept. Again, I'm wandering to my own later videos territory, but yeah, either watch that or, anyway, that I do feel this feels like a proof of concept, and I really want more, because I think this game is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. It's not like a game of the year thing, but it's a really good game that I think you should play. Its art style is unique and lovely. Its sound design for the cooking is absolutely fantastic, and the amount of work that they put into this to get that sound, I think deserves a lot of credit. It's a lot of care and attention, and details matter, and they get all of that. And even the characters, like I said, I love. I just guess it's left me wanting more, which I suppose in the long run is a good thing. If your game has left me wanting more because I liked it so much, that in the long run is a good thing. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I honestly don't, because I am going to run over stuff I will talk about in the main video, and even that's kind of a short video anyway. You know, there's not like a history to go into and things, so maybe I could go into the food and stuff. But yeah, I love this. And oh yeah, I said it before, I don't joke. Don't play this game when you're hungry. Everything looks amazing, and there's so many. I want to try all these recipes that I have seen in this game, to the point that I'm trying to find recipes to do, to literally try it, because all of it looks so wonderful. But please, if you haven't played this game, do play it, especially because it's on Game Pass. So play it, please. You have once again entered the world of survival horror, and we're back in the Spencer estate in Resident Evil 1. And this has reminded me why you don't shoot that first zombie, because it's a waste of ammo. Hang on, I thought Barry's meant to have the Magnum. That should have been a one-shot headshot. You know, the head should go splat. But for the convenience of a cutscene, I guess we'll let it off. I still enjoy this one, but it is not my favourite. I have to be honest, I stopped playing this because I saw, while I was playing it, I was going, man, I should really play Resident Evil 2 again, because I love Resident Evil 2. So I thought, I'll blow it, why not? We'll just go and play Resident Evil 2. So I did. So we're getting, I'm going to bring you a whole month of achievements for Resident Evil 2. So keep your eyes open for that. I love this one. That's one I did know about. I just love the fact they give you a good reason why you can't go out the front door. I don't know if anyone would actually thought to check, but yeah, I did, and that's what happens. The corridor of dogs, the most annoying corridor. It's a good way of wasting ammo, especially because if you're not used to playing these older games, yeah, fixed camera angles and trying to shoot something off screen is always a little bit awkward. Although, because this is the director's cut, I think this might have the auto aim, which, you know, in the end was an absolute lifesaver. Speaking of the original Resident Evils, if you are on PC and don't mind not getting achievements, GOG has released the original Resident Evil on there with quality of life improvements, and they are also going to be releasing Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So if you want to get your fill of the original old school Resident Evils and see what, you know, if you've only ever played the remakes and want to see where they came from, what the originals were like, GOG is a good place to go and pick them up. I think you can pick up like the whole pack for 20 quid, which isn't a bad deal really. So yeah. I'm going to shut up because you know what line's coming now, don't you?
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life.
And congratulations if you've made it this far. If you are not interested in Colin Mcrae, may I suggest you can finish the video now. I will not be offended. We have 9 minutes here of Colin Mcrae footage, and if that's not your thing, by all means, you are free to go. And please, if you have taken the time to watch this video, thank you very much. I do appreciate you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thumbs up the video if you have liked it. If you do enjoy Colin Mcrae, well, we've got plenty of footage for you. This is me just basically going through all the special cars that are available in the game. And some of them are fun, and some of them are an absolute nightmare. In fact, there's still more special cars to go, because there's quite a lot in this game, including the great Mini Cooper, which I haven't put up on the channel yet, but it is coming. I promise you, the Mini Cooper is coming. I just keep using Finland 1 because it's the easiest track to sort of play, and I was going to say I don't fuck up too much, but evidently that's not true. I do fuck up quite a bit. This is kind of the fun of rally games, is the messing up and trying to get it back. That I always think is the fun moment. You know, how can you pull back, rolling the car or hitting a tree and stuff. That to me is quintessentially the fun part, or one of the captivating parts of playing rally games. And the cars are cool, and the tracks are cool, and because I mean I do enjoy racing games, but with this you do have opponents, but they're not on the track at the same time as you, so you don't worry about rubber banding or anything. This is just pure set the fastest time you can. Get better and better and set the fastest time you can. And I love that. I genuinely love that. I think this was for the time, it's a great looking game. And nowadays, World Rally Championship by EA, which is basically, it's a Colin Mcrae game without the name, because it is Codemasters. They got bought out by EA. Boo, because, you know, EA is, you know, not the greatest company to get bought out by. You know, at least we've still got them there making rally games, and I'm happy for that. I have dipped my toe into the World Rally Championship, the non-EA World Rally Championship games, because about like there's 10 of those or something, and they're fun, and you can definitely see where they all have the same ideas. My problem comes with those is, hey, you're not just a rally driver, you're running the team as well. It's like, I am not interested in that side of things. I just really want to do the race. But if you want to do the career mode, it's like you have to run the team and they gamify all that stuff, and it's like, it's kind of boring. You're kind of getting onto sim territory there, and I'm not really interested in doing the sim stuff. You know, if I was, I'd be playing stuff like Forza Motorsport, which, you know, are fantastic games, but for me, they get boring really, really quick. Oh, high speed one. This is a Mitsubishi Lancer. This is the road going version. They evidently just decided to stick that in. I guess because it was, you know, we don't have to tweak too much. You know, we just take delivery off the side, and probably that's about it. I love watching these games. I'm sorry, I know I do it for the shorts, that I speed up the footage because it's just an easier way of putting the whole run into a short, but I get a kick out of that high-pitched co-driver. It's so much fun, so funny to me. I'm easily amused. What can I say? I don't really have much else to say because, you know, I don't know the real-life cars that well, so I can't give you off your insights in there. All I can say is, you know what? I still think this is one of the better racing games on the PlayStation. This and the I think you can flip a coin between Gran Turismo and Gran Turismo 2. I prefer one. I am one of those strange people that does actually prefer the first Gran Turismo as opposed to the second one. But yeah, this is up here. The Colin Mcrae's and the Gran Turismos are probably the best racing games on there. Car wise, you could definitely make an argument for Wipeout, but that was one I didn't play much of. So if you did, let me know in the comments down below how you felt about that. Aside from that, I have nothing else to say, so I'm going to shut up and let the footage play out, and I'll do my outro at the end. But yeah, I'll just say now, thank you very much for taking the time. I do appreciate you all. Remember that you are loved. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the outro.
Three, two, one. right, 30 press, into long, 5 left. 35 right, into 6 left. 53 right, into 3 right. 55 right. 50 jump maybe, into 5 left. Into press, and 6 right, 30 ticks left, into 6 right, 35 left, 30 ticks left, over press, 30 ticks right, into 5 right, over press, 55 left, 50 jump maybe, 50 ticks right, into jump, into press, and long, 5 left, tighten, 54 right, tighten. Okay.
Thank you very much to everyone who has watched this video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again next time.